That's what I like, dude!
Hi everybody, I'm Sam from Right Capacity channel. In this video I will show you the best tips from the best players how to play and win in Fortnite PvP. So I did such a hard job to bring you videos with the best tips from the best players in Fortnite. I ask you for a great appreciation for the hard work to bring you the best. This expressed in supporting my channel and subscribe. I would like to get your review of the video and to write in the comments things to improve and things to preserve because my channel is new. Thanks a lot and enjoy watching.
And improve at the game. Do not judge how you are progressing as a player by your wins. And don't go for wins when you start playing a battle royale. You need to go for kills. You need to play, learn how to build, learn the mechanics of the game, learn where the chests are, be aggressive until you feel comfortable enough that you can win enough fights or win any 1v1 fight, really, and then you can go for the wins and slow down your playstyle. But until then, stop going for wins, because just because you win a game, that doesn't mean you're good at a battle royale game. You can get lucky, all right? That's how you can improve. Honestly, something that I've been learning a lot lately is that you need to be the least lazy player. You need to be you just can't be lazy in this game. If you want to win every game or as many games as possible in a battle royale, you have to assume that a player is going to do whatever he can to kill you. And that guy should have built a roof over him. Like, I don't do it all the time. Like, he should have, if he should have had this and then been popping that shield. You know? Like this, bam, 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 metal, and then shit. Even like a ramp, and then went under the ramp. So now there's like 2 layers to go through. And then he should have been drinking. Because it would have given him enough time to either complete the shield, or you know, like react to what I was doing and not die. And you know, have at least a chance at surviving. But sometimes the right play is to try to get both the shields off, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe he didn't know I was that close. You need to have a mental clock in the back of your head, man. Like, I have, like, a mental clock in the, like, just always rolling in my head. I know the distance of players. I know that a guy, you know, if he shoots me from here, I have, you know, 8-10 seconds. Like, I can get a med kit off and this off. I can get this off and this off. Like, unless he uses an impact grenade or a launch pad or anything like that to give him, obviously, you know, a boost. But like, you should always know that, be like, okay, I have about 5 seconds before this guy rushes me, so I can pop 2 minis. Coach me. Yo, Captain Taz, literally, first of all, thank you so much for the generous $100 donation, man. I coach people every single day, man. I give tips and tricks, and I help people. What can you improve on? Is it shooting? Is it like, are you dying because you're rotating too late? There's so many things that you need, and like, I don't want to like hand it to people, right? We have you know, we have so many viewers, we have so many people who are watching, and it's like, I'm not just teaching you how to be good at a video game, dude. If you honestly use some of the stuff that I talk about in your life, like, you can fucking be good at everything. What are you doing wrong? Analyze. It's not just random. What can you be doing better? Don't blame someone else. You can't blame someone else. What could you do to improve your game? Why did you just die in this game specifically? And I'll keep going. Like, I'll just list all the things that could be happening. You could be rotating too late. You could be over challenging. Your building could be weak. You need to work on it. Your shooting skill could be weak. You need to work on your shooting skill. You know, and you're editing. Maybe you don't know how to edit very well. Well, you should fucking start getting into a game, land in the corner of the map, build a bunch of shit, and start editing and practice. Are you not good at leading with your snipes? If you aren't, well, maybe you should only focus on sniping for a bit to try to get the bullet lead down and the bullet drop. As I miss. Like, there are so many reasons you could be dying, and I can tell you why if you, like, give me a clip. I don't want you to do that, but I'm giving you guys the tools and the thought process to fucking analyze your own gameplay and make yourself a better player. Well, Tony, dude, sometimes you don't push up. Like, you have to read your opponent. You can't just build at them and expect them not to shoot your shit. As you are building toward them, they should be giving signs whether, like, how they're going to play the situation. Are they trying to snipe you? Are they trying to shoot your ramps down? If they're shooting your ramps down, then you can't build up too high because they're just gonna knock your shit down. So what you need to do is go like this, put little walls here, and then when they start shooting your shit down, all right, you shoot at them because they're peeking. They have to show themselves to shoot you, right? There's your tip, man. I believe in you.
You guys want to know my secret to winning games? Ready, boys? Come close. Alright? Closer. 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 Alright, you wanna know the secret? You ready? You ready? Virginity. That's the secret, boys. Yeah.
Okay, team, so one other thing I want to address is why I always use wood as opposed to metal. So here's the reasoning. Okay, so look, pay attention when I first build this. Pay attention to how much health it has, okay? 100. It had 100 right there. And look how quickly it gets to full health. Now look at brick. 90. It starts at 90 and look how slow it is at building. Takes forever, okay? So brick had 90. This had 80. Metal had 80, okay? So, when you're getting shot at and you know your base is going to break, but you need a material that will absorb a lot of shots, and you know it's not going to get to full health, it'll be destroyed right away, use wood. It starts off with more HP, so it'll make enemies waste more ammo. However, if you're building a base and you know you have time for it to be fully built, like this, metal is obviously stronger. Now, another reason I like wood is because wood you can see through. So if you're in a base, like I'll just show you guys real quick, and you have a sniper, you can peek through, line up your shot because enemies can't hit you through this. You can't shoot through it, and then you line up your shot, then you pop over and then finish shooting. Same thing with brick. You got little cracks. With wood, 100% unsee-through. Like, you can't see through that kind of stuff. It's not feasible. Hey everyone, it is nickeh30 here, guys. Let's learn how to edit right now, okay? I got my basic level stairs right here, okay? Now with the stairs, the lowest point of your staircase will be the point which you first click, okay? So I click right here. This is gonna be my lowest point. I'll be able to walk right up it, okay? So if I do a little L shape, check it out. The stairs becomes an L shape. And the lowest point was right here. It's the point where I first click. If I try right here, clicking right here first, I'll be able to walk right up it. And I make a little shape. Whatever shape you make is the shape the stairs will be. This is a U shape right here, okay? You see that U shape? And it's U right there. Now, the other designs are, like I said, the lowest point is the point I first click. Just drag it forward, then it's a straight ramp. It's literally the way that you make it will be the shape of it, you see? And then you can do like the little curve ramps like that, and it'll stop right there, right above there. Or you could go all the way around and it continues over. But the biggest key to remember is the lowest point is always the first point you click. Now, a lot of people want to know, how do you change the direction of the big ramp, Nick? How do you make it like that and kind of change it if you mess it up? Well, what you want to do is you want to press the very center of each point. We got this point right here, the very center. We got this point right here, the very center. This point right here, the very center. And when you want to change the direction, it starts off, the lowest point is where you first began. So if I do it like that, you see, the lowest point is the part where I started at. And then what you want to do is to finish off the ramp is you can connect it anywhere. Touching over here doesn't do anything. You just want to touch it to like the middle, it could be, and it changes it. Or you could touch it to like straight ahead over there and it'll also change it. So just to show you guys again, you click from the middle and then you go anywhere from that point. So that's basically your lowest point. This is the main point that you want to press. And then you could go to the corner if you want and it'll still edit it. Just don't click the left or the right. It won't really do anything. You see, it won't edit it. You've got to just move it forward. It could be over there or anywhere, really. Okay, guys, so I wanted to show you guys how I'd use stairs in certain situations like this. So there's normally a chest up there, right? And there's a little hole. So a lot of people do, they build ramps like this and they break that. And then they go up there and they get stuck on the little roof up there. But the best way to do it is just literally build a floor case like that. And then you just walk right through and the chest is right there. I already got it. But I mean, if you want to get fancy, this is one of the reasons why you'd want to build a staircase like that. So look, the lowest point will be right there. And then it curves around. It's getting higher, 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 higher. The highest point is right here. And then you walk right up. And then you just walk right down. And then if you want to just get away right here, look, I just do the lowest point will be right there. Just do it like that and it gets it out of the way. So there's reasons why you want to build certain edits like that, I guess. And you want to be able to know and memorize it. So practice, 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 guys. Those are stairs, guys. Now we got walls, okay? So a wall. I'll show you guys. There's a lot of different designs you can make. You can make like fancy stuff like that. You can make little fancy stuff like that. Or you can even make like a little wall like that, a thin one. They're pointless. That's pointless to make. I'll show you guys the ones that are worth making. You got windows. So say you're in a base. You want to quickly pop and shot with a sniper. Then quickly edit and close it again. Or you can do it on the right side. Do the exact same thing. Or you can do it in the middle. What you do is you just basically, you click the middle left. Or you reset it. You click the middle. You reset it. Or you click the middle right. And those create windows. Always the middle ones of your wall. Okay? Now for doors, you want to do the middle as well as the bottom. And that's the door. If I reset it, you can do the middle and the bottom. And that's the door. If I do reset it and then I do the middle and the bottom, that's the door. So it all depends. If you're in a base, like let's say you have a base right here, you have stairs, and let's reset this. Well, look, you can't make a door right there. So look, let's make a door right here, walk through it. That's why it's good to know where your door's at. But let's say you want to get in quickly. You could also do this. You could take up the both rows up top, and then you just jump right over, and then quickly edit it back. You could also just do one single row. That's another very helpful one. Just literally swipe across the top, and it shortens the wall, basically. It makes sense. It does make sense. You take off the three blocks on the top, it makes it a shorter wall. Now, there's a couple other ones that are advanced that aren't really useful, but I'll show you anyway, because you could do the other stuff that I showed you. You could take the top and jump over. But another similar thing you can do is take out the corners, this one, and this one, and then what it does is creates a little arch like that, basically a half wall. It's gonna be hard for me to edit. Okay. Now, another way you want to quickly escape is you could either do the bottom left corner. You can take out the 4 squares, and you see how it does this little arch. So it's basically more than a door, and it's better than a door actually, because a door you got to edit it, then you got to open it and go out. Now with this arch, if I reset it, I just take out these bottom 4 pieces, and then you literally just walk right through. Now something I like doing is you put a walls here, and then what you do is you take out the 2 middle ones and the bottom left, bottom right, or bottom right, bottom left, and then it creates an arch like this. And what I'll show you guys is you do this, and you put a little floor up top, and then you can put a trap up there, right? And then you put some bait, you put a shotgun, you put whatever, people start coming in, and there's a trap up there, right? They can't see the trap. They rush in, they rush in, they rush in. Bang, dead from the trap. That's a great tactic. Now I'm gonna show you guys the, let me show you guys the what is it? The roof, sorry. Okay, so let's say we're building up, okay? And then we wanna make this base. Okay, so look, we build a stair here, stair here, stair here, stair here. Now, these little roofs that we got right here, they don't work, right? But if you edit the diagonal corners like that, and then you rotate it, you can place them like that, okay? And obviously I can't put it there because the tree's in the way. And it allows you to just get a nice little vantage point, I guess, with nice... You can get, like, any kind of angle on the enemy, right? So that's one way to use the roof. The other way would be to... If you're in a base, right? So if I just, like, completely break this... so let's say I'm in a base right here, and I'm trying to shoot someone in front of me. Like, just shooting away. Well, someone can shoot me from behind. What if there's a mountain up top there? So I like building... Let me reset this, actually. Okay, so I like building a roof, but what I do to peek over is you take out the 2 front ones where you're going to be looking from, and then it creates a backdrop. So if I was facing this way, what I do is I reset it, and I take out the 2 front ones where I'm going to be looking at, and it creates a little wall behind me, so no one can shoot me from behind. Same kind of thing. If I'm peeking from this way, I just take out the 2 front ones that I'm looking at, where I'm looking at, and bam, you got wall.
Now, you do want to be careful if you're going up against someone with an RPG, because that roof you made, that slant, that backboard, the enemy can use that to bounce grenade launchers into your base, or they can even shoot an RPG at that slant, and then once the RPG hits that, it'll create some backsplash damage and actually kill you. So if you see someone with an RPG, do not build a roof like that, and if you already have one built, then just quickly turn around, edit one little other square, like so, and then it'll break. So those are 2 ways to use a roof. Every other way is kind of pointless. I mean, roofs are good if you want to bounce grenades, like a grenade launcher. Since it's curved, the roof, like if you reset it, you know, grenade launchers will just bounce right off and get deflected. So I guess that's 3 ways. And then we have, I'm running out of wood, so I want to show you guys. We have the roof. So let's say we build a ramp, but we actually block ourselves off or something. If you want to edit, it's literally whatever block you take away, that'll leave a hole in the roof. So that's the only way I use it. I don't use it for cover. You see how it has like cover like this? I mean, to be honest, that's kind of pointless. So yeah, for stairs, I don't recommend editing any kind of fancy things. Just literally, the point that you click will be the point that you, that disappears. But any other point really is kind of like, it's kind of pointless to make something like that. I mean, it's not even cover. You can't even shoot. You see how I'm shooting my thing?
only use floors editing like that to get through a point, or like let's say you're falling down high up. Like let me just show you if I have time. Like to get through, I guess, to edit. So say I'm up here, right? Let me actually edit this floor. And I'm trying to get down, like let's say, you know, you're jumping from the side of a building and you have a bunch of floors made, right? Like if I was gonna do this. So what I do is I'd edit down, and I'd want to go through here. That's basically the only reason I'd want to edit floors. Not for cover or anything, just to get by somewhere, right? And with floors, you can actually do a ton of pro strats, which we will get into in future videos. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is building ramps. So you always want to build ramps two side by side, okay? And that just makes it so the enemy has to shoot both of them. Because look, if you're just building, let's say like a one tall, all they have to do is shoot the bottom one out, just one of them, and the whole thing collapses. Because that's the one connected to the ground. Those ones are in the air. So if that one breaks, then it's not connected. These two aren't connected to anything, right? So the whole thing collapses. How all the buildings work in this game. It has to be connected to something for it to be in the air. But if you have two, you see, like, they have to shoot that one, and you have time to react, you have time to adjust, you have time to get down, and it's just a lot better, right? And they don't know which one you're on. It's kind of hard for them to see. Okay, now here's another technique I want to show you guys for, like, attacking. So, what you want to do is you build two ramps side by side, and then when you get to the top, build, like, little walls in front of it, okay? Because if you're the enemy right now and you're trying to shoot at the ramp from underneath them, you can't. You gotta go through that, and then it gives the player on top a chance to build another wall, right? And basically, you're able to stay up top and have the higher ground and shoot at the enemy. You always want to have the higher ground, right? Because it's easier to land headshots. You got protection. You can use your camera to see them when they can't see you. So it's always great to have the high ground, okay? Okay, now let's say you're just running around in the open and then you start getting shot. Your first instinct should be to build a wall. Build a wall and then even like a ramp and jump on top of the ramp and then assess your situation, see where the shots are coming from, and then pop out and fire. So let's try it again. You're just running, you get shot from behind. Build a wall and then a ramp. And then if you have to, and then assess your situation, see where you're getting shot from, and then fire. That should be your first instinct. You shouldn't just, if you're getting shot, don't just like turn around and say, oh, I'm getting shot, and try to fire back, because his reticle is dead on you. You didn't move much. He still can fire, and then you just got to take one quick shot. But if you build, you're in cover. You have walls for protection. He has to change up his aim, and you have time to react, and you dictate the fight, since you have the high ground now, technically, and he's in the open. Okay, now let's say you're just running and you see an enemy, you want to push them. Well, the best thing that I'd recommend to do is use ramps. So you just build like this. So literally build ramps, build like this, and you got cover as you're moving, right? The enemy can't shoot you because you're going up and down. So the reason, yeah, number one is it's hard because you're moving up and down, right? So if there's a sniper trying to shoot you, it's hard for him to track you as you're going up and down ramps, and not only that, you have cover as well. So if he does shoot you, he might hit the cover instead. And then I prefer ramps as opposed to walls, because if you're pushing and you're building a wall, well, look, you might build like that, or when you get really, really close like this, and then you get stuck on your wall. With ramps, you go right over them. There's no way for you to get stuck, but it still provides that extra level of cover. You know what I mean? And try not to jump like what I just did, because you don't want to stay in the air too long. You want to drop with another ramp. I'm out of materials now, but you get the idea. If you want to push someone, use ramps.
Let's just have a talk, okay? Listen. What are you doing there? Oh, go ahead, shoot it down. Good job. So, I see you've learned how to use the grenade launcher. Oh, yeah, good. Good job. You're doing a great job right now, bud. All right, just go ahead and use your scar. And oh, hi there, bud. Well, see now, today you're gonna learn a very valuable lesson today, and that lesson is that, like every being, we die sometimes. Okay, it just happens. It's a natural process, and sometimes it happens slower than others. And
I'm not gonna subscribe, and you will stop telling me to do that. Subscribe. You will pay for this.
Clap your hands for my new subscriber.